Hey guys, welcome to Apex Custom Rifles. Today what we're doing is we're installing some flush cups, these Grovtec flush cups. You can get them threaded or you can get them just smooth with some recesses on the side to epoxy them in, but these are the screw-in version. And so we're going to put it in this stock because he wants side mounts and he wants a flush cup. So how I'm going to do this today is this is set up in the mill, and this is a 1/2 inch 4-flute end mill. We're going to run that in there. You cut it you cut it a 1/2 inch deep, and then we got a 9/16 18 tap we're going to run in there, and then we're going to glue them in there and screw them in, and that's about it. There's not much to it. So let me cut the thread here and check it out. Alright, so let's get cutting on this guy. So first I'm going to set my depth here, and on my mill I got a quill stop, so I'm just gonna do it the easy way. Set my micrometer at 1/2 inch and set my stop. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but you want it at least a 1/2 inch deep. I like to go a tiny bit more just in case I want to recess it just a little bit. So that should be good. Start cutting here. Put my machine back in gear. And we poke through the other side there, so this is a hollow stock, so let's put our die in there, or our tap, sorry. This is a hollow stock, so we'll put our tap in there. Alright, now I switch over to just a loose fit in an Albrecht chuck, and this is hollow, so we got some space here to work, but we're just going to run that in and back it out. See how loose it is there? I'm going to tighten it up a little bit so we can get it out. Oop. That should be it for machining. I did the 4M end already, so we got that one done. Alright, so we're going to screw these guys in there, but they don't say you need 2-part epoxy, but I always put it in there just to make sure, because you don't want to, for some reason, have that come out. But they're pretty snug fit with the right size tap, and especially into fiberglass or carbon fiber, they usually fit pretty good. And I did have to modify this front one because there's aluminum block in there, so we modified that a little bit. But so we're just going to put a tiny little bit on there. You're not going to need much because this is a pretty snug, tight fit. And this is JB Weld Quick, if I didn't mention it. I'm just going to put a little on the bottom. All this is doing, it's going to hold it in place once it gets in there. They do make a little tool for this, but I haven't picked one of those up, so this is just a 1/4 inch Allen head driver. I'm going to tighten that down as far as we can go, right about there. And then we'll take some Q-tips here and clean this up. Like it never happened. Perfect. I did get a tiny bit in there, so we're going to clean out the inside of that too. Alright, now I'm going to do the back one. Alright, here's the back one. And again, we're just going to put a little bit on the threads. So this is hollow in here, so it's not going to be bottoming out on anything on the back end here. So a little epoxy in there is probably not a bad idea. Just so once it gets in there, it's going to stick. And I already threaded these in there once, so they should hopefully go in there the right way. There we go. I should have clamped this thing down, but that's okay. So it is going in there really tight, which is fine. Hopefully when that epoxy gets in there, that'll all seal up tight. And so now we got to go through and double check our depth. And the amount of epoxy that's going to end up there is next to nothing, so I'm just going to fill some in there, make sure we get it all covered. Okay, I'm going to go just a tiny bit more and call that good. So there we go, there is our installed flush cup. We got just a tiny bit of epoxy around the top there, so that's good. That'll lock that in there a little bit. So there we go. There's the rear, there's the front. So there we go, that's installing the Grovtec flush cups on a stock.